Printed out 6 different iterations of this rail. This is the final one, and it works really well. To get started on the box for the games, I drew out some 2-dimensional shapes in Illustrator. I sent these shapes to my laser cutter and cut them out of 1/8" maple plywood. The plywood that I used came covered in masking tape, and that's really so you can easily remove the scorched effect around the engraving. I peeled that off and used some super glue to put these together. This wood was also pre-finished, so I did have to sand some of the areas where it was going to be glued together to get a better hold. You could certainly use wood glue here as well, and you definitely want to make sure that you get rid of the finish if you're going to do that. The CA glue will hold on to the finish, but the wood glue really needs to penetrate into the fibers. I lined up these pieces roughly, but the outside of this is going to get sanded so that you can see the wood grain instead of just the burn marks from the laser. The masking tape peels off of large areas very easily, but using something really sticky like Gorilla Tape helps pull off all the small areas to get the better detail. Back on the laser, I cut another set of pieces that look almost identical, but they're actually smaller. These are for the tray that holds the games, and they're going to fit inside my box. Back in Illustrator, I drew out the art for the foam that fit inside the tray. And part of this was using the calipers to measure the games and figure out an opening where your finger could go in behind the game to pop it out. I cut this shape out of 2mm craft foam, and I made 2 layers of it so that I could sandwich them together to get enough height. I scraped off the excess super glue from the inside of my tray before gluing down the first layer of foam. I grabbed the CA glue because it was right there, but as soon as I put it down, I realized